Yeah, it is fair to say that United are flying under Carrick. 7 unbeaten, 6 wins, and top of the form table in the Premier League in 2026. And nobody is flying higher, literally, than Sesko right now. And there's just smiles all round at United. There's plenty we're learning about Carrick, these players, and this team. And I want to talk through it all with you now. And make sure you subscribe if you're new, by the way, because you'll not want to miss out what we've got coming up. Isn't the world just a more wonderful place where Manchester United are winning games of football? Yes, winning 6 games out of 7 under Carrick. I'm enjoying myself. And after the season that we had under Amarim, yeah, just enjoy that in isolation. But there's plenty of things that I want to speak about. I'm going to run through it all. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. And make sure you do subscribe. But first things first, Carrick's working wonders right now. You don't need me to tell you that, but I'm going to speak about it. Even the most optimistic of United fans could not have predicted this. 19 from 21 points. It was after that Spurs game where I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to believe something's going on here. 4 wins in a row. 3 of the games that have followed have been very frustrating first halves, but games where United have still got 7 points out of a possible 9. Right now, Carrick is just completely exceeding expectations. Of course, he's in the running to be United's head coach next season. It would be foolish to suggest that he's not at this point. And if he keeps going, he's going to make it reach a point. You know, where you talk about the risk of Carrick becoming head coach and maybe United repeating a Solskjaer mistake. It's going to reach a point if he keeps up this form with these results where it's going to be even more of a risk to not give him a job because of what's happened beforehand. United right now are the form team in 2026. We are top of the table in 2026 in terms of results. And I say that on the 2nd of March, right? We are 3rd in the table. We are now ahead of Villa on goal difference, and we played them in 2 weeks' time, and they've only won 1 game in the last 5, and they played Chelsea before us. Look, 3rd's not enough. Nothing will ever be enough until United are winning the title, winning doubles, winning trebles again. But right now, it's more than enough. And Carrick has done an incredible job, so fair play to him, and fair play to Sesko. And I'm going to include Carrick in that sort of praise as well, and I'll say that in a minute. But it feels like we've got a proper number 9 here. We're not just talking about 1 goal that he scored. Mate, this header here. I'll tell you who didn't expect that cross coming in. The defender in front of Sesko. Because Sesko just leapt in front of him. He predicted the ball. He made the run. And it was unstoppable from him. And it's not just that goal. And it's not just what I'm talking about having a proper centre forward here. We're seeing world-class headers, a world-class counter-attack against Everton, a world-class finish against West Ham, and also a top-class finish against Fulham. 4 games, 3 winners, 1 equaliser. 7 points from 4 goals, and 3 of those are from the bench from Sesko. Right now, he's putting the numbers up. Twice as many goals as Haaland in 2026 in half the minutes, nearly. It's a fantastic return from a player who, remember this, from The Athletic. Remember Tim Sherwood. Remember Gary Neville. Media and punditry piling on, piling on, piling on. Let's increase the pressure, increase the pressure, increase the pressure. It's the complete opposite of what Carrick has tried to do in terms of a man management perspective. And it's one of the best things I think he's done as a manager so far. Is not just, so I spoke about this in the live show. Højlund kind of got thrust in as our number 9, no support, no anything, no real service either, and he struggled. He massively struggled. Sesko, did he get the return immediately? United, no, but he was taking out the spotlight a little bit. Cunha and Mbeumo stepped up. I'll take the pressure off. I'll score the goals. We don't just need you to score every single goal for us in the Premier League. And now, since Carrick came in, he is flying. He is the informed striker in the league, and I just think the fact that Carrick has been able to keep him out the spotlight a little bit has enabled him to reach this position where he's just flourishing. He looks like a striker now where I would say with confidence that if we really can get him the service, that he will get those shots on target. He will get those goals. So it's an exciting position to be in because it's been a long time since we've had that in terms of a number 9 at this football club. You know, Højlund and Rashford and anybody else before, they've had patches, they've had moments, but kind of in and out. What we're seeing in 2026 from Sesko is the development of a striker. Right, cool. I'm the main man at United, and I'm loving it. Next up, I want to speak about the first half, though, because as much as we can speak about the positives from that game against Crystal Palace, it was another game where United just weren't good enough in the first half. I'm not just talking about Crystal Palace's goal. It was a good header from Lacroix. Yoro shouldn't have lost his man. But Palace were pretty confident playing with the ball, knocking it around, knocking it through us, and we could not string 2 passes together. And that's 3 consecutive games, West Ham, Everton, and now Crystal Palace, where United simply have not come out in the first half fast enough, good enough, and with enough quality. And that's a bit of a habit and a pattern that's starting to emerge. So I want United to try and change that. Look, against City or Arsenal, completely opposite. United were first 20 against Arsenal, we kind of gave them the ball and then we grew into it. I suppose we grew into this game against Crystal Palace. We ended the half better than we started the first half. But it's just United have got to get better at starting games under Carrick more consistently, I think so. And look, Bruno spoke about it after the game. We do need to be better overall, but we're getting the results. I'm not saying that we're playing badly. I mean, we're not. We've won 6 and drawn 1 under Carrick. And I'm not being greedy. It's just that United are just going to have to be a little bit better in first halves. In the same way that I can flip reverse and compliment and say United are really quite good in second halves. And United have built a bit of a habit in games of getting better as the game has gone on under Carrick. Before Carrick, I don't think any sub had scored a goal for United this season. This season now we've got the winner against Arsenal, the winner against Fulham, the winner against Everton, the equaliser against West Ham. Well, Sesko started this game, so that's a little bit different. But in the same way that it's something that they got to work on in terms of being better in the first half, it's a good habit we're building of getting better in games. You want to talk about United DNA? That was one of the fundamentals of it. That sort of unwritten rule that it doesn't really matter how United are playing. Never rule United out in the last 15, 20 minutes of a game. Because if you do that, you'll come unstuck. And that seems to be a habit that we're building under Carrick. Not just in the last 15, 20 minutes of that game against Crystal Palace, but we were just better as the game went on. As was Bruno Fernandes. And I just want to wax lyrical about him for another minute and a half. Because you're seeing the Premier League's most informed player. Somebody who's in line for being nominated for the Player of the Season. Manchester United's Player of the Season. 8 assists now off the all-time record in one single Premier League season that Thierry Henry set. I think if he gets 8 more, he's broken it. Bruno's in the best form, I think, that he's been in as a Manchester United player and certainly as a Manchester United captain. He is leading by example. He is teeing everybody up. Everyone's looking for him for inspiration and he's delivering it. He's responsible. He's taking the penalties. He's delivering the assists. He's a real example right now. And I just think he deserves more credit than he ever gets still, even at this point. I love the bloke. I've always loved him. And I hope that he stays at his club. And next season, we challenge for the title when Bruno can actually be a Manchester United captain when we are going for the league title. I want him to have that. Newcastle next. It's a huge test for United. We haven't won there since, I think, 2020. But we won away at the Emirates, we won away at Anfield, and we won away at Selhurst Park. So I hope this is the season where we can put to bed some of those records, because Newcastle's going to be tough. But we did it against Crystal Palace and Carrick. 6 wins and 1 draw in 7 games. 19 from 21. The top form team in the Premier League in 2026. It might be reaching the point where we're not talking about a new manager bounce. And we're just talking about somebody who could be United's new manager.